Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing about different courses, the units of different courses of MA Education program of Indira Gandhi National Open University. We have already discussed 3 units of the course MES-011, that is Understanding Education. The earlier 3 units that we have discussed, that is first unit, the title of the unit is Education as an Operational Aspect of Society. Then the second unit that we have already discussed, that is Education, a Purposive and Continuous Process. And third unit we have also discussed, that is Differentiating Education from Learning and Schooling. And friends, today we will discuss the fourth unit of first block of MES-011 course. The unit title is Unit-4, that is Education as an Institutional Network. So friends, I have already said that this course MES-011, this has been kept in the MA Education program of IGNOU, specially for that group of students, those have not studied education as a subject in their graduation level. Okay, either education as honors or education as a past subject or a general subject. Okay, so this is a type of bridge course, means you will find the concept, the basic concepts that has been discussed in this course. That is the you can say the concept, and then and you can say the basic educational discourses that one should know for pursuing a master program. So that's why this course has been kept as a bridge course to acquaint that group of students, those have not studied education in their graduation level, and this course will help them for understanding, for better understanding of the further courses of this program, that is MES-012, 013, 14, 15, 16. At the same time, the different elective areas that has been kept in the second year of this program. The basic concept that has been discussed in Unit 1, 2 and 3, we have discussed about the aims of education, functions of education, the purpose of education, how education is called as a continuous process. Further, we have also discussed about how education is differentiated from schooling, from learning, from training, from indoctrination, from teaching. Okay, and of course we have also discussed education as a subsystem of the society, how education is called as a miniature of the society. Further, today we will discuss the unit, that is Unit 4. The unit title is Education as an Institutional Network. So friends, you see, this is a very you can say important concept as a student of a master program of education. You should know that how education as an institutional network. So friends, when we talk about an institute, we understand that a type of systemic organization. Okay, means you will find that there is a definite organization of an institute. Okay, so here when we talk about education, means basically when we talk about the teaching learning process. Okay, so where we teach the students, maybe a school, maybe any other educational institute, maybe a college, maybe an university, you will find that rigorous teaching learning process are conducted, means both student and teacher, they come to the institute, maybe school, maybe college or university. There is a definite curriculum and teaching learning process conducted throughout the year as per the the duration of the program. If it is a 1 year program, if it is a 2 years program or a 3 years program, you will find that the courses of studies, the syllabi or the curriculum that has been developed, and accordingly according to the curriculum, you will find the teaching learning process as well as the assessment practices that are being conducted in the institution. So that's why when we talk about education as an institutional network, you will find that for operating education, for implementing education, you will find that this has been implemented through different institutions. Okay, it may be school, college, or it may be universities. And friends, when we talk about the tradition of institutionalizing the education process, you will find that the tradition is very old. You can say very you can say from the ancient system. You can experience that such type of tradition is prevailing in this country, or you can say across the world also. When we talk about education system in India, we can also say that from starting from the ancient system of education and towards the present system of education, towards this modern system of education, you will find that every time, on every ages, on every period, that education has been imparted, has been transmitted, has been implemented through different institutions. So friends, when we talk about the ancient system of education, you will find that the Gurukul system that was practiced, and there was you will find a very cordial relation between the teacher and students, and both teacher and students were staying together. Okay, this is a type of residential educational system. Means in the Gurukul, the disciples, they were coming to the gurus, and they were staying together, and from there they are learning, so they are getting education. Okay, so you can take many examples of the ancient Gurukul system of education. And at that time you will find that there was certain system. Means the disciples or the students were coming, they were staying together. There was certain curriculum also, though that curriculum was not written curriculum, but you will find that a system was there. Means the students or the disciples, they were maintaining a very disciplined life. Okay, so they were engaging themselves undergoing with many education processes. Okay, they were understanding about different Vedas. They were educating themselves with for understanding the environment, at the same time the other you can say areas of knowledge. At the same time they were also going through or undergoing with different or they were acquiring different values. Okay, so that's why you can say that from the ancient system of education, it was also institutionalized. Okay, you can take the example of means of what you have observed in the Mahabharata. You can take a better example that the disciples, it may be the Kauravas or the Pandavas, they were studying in a Gurukul system. So that's why that Gurukul system has a standard, has a norm, had certain principles. Means what type of behavior the disciples or the students will show, and what they will learn. So a strict disciplinary practices was conducted in the Gurukul system, and it was properly institutionalized. And further, when we talk about the medieval time, there at that time also you will find that education was imparted through different institutions. You can take the example of madrasas, you can take the example of maktabs, you can take the example of Sanskrit tools. So there also the students were learning. And friends, when we talk about the education system or institutionalization of education before independence of India, means during the British rule, you can say. So friends, you can say in the British rule, during the East India Company, then further when India was governed by the Britishers. So at that time also you will find that the British government, they also opened many educational institutions in India, maybe school, maybe universities. Okay, so there also certain norms, certain standards, they were means the principles, norms, standards of the institution was prevailing at that time. So one thing we should discuss with this program, that we talk about the ancient system of education, or the ancient, you can say, seats of education, that is, you can say, the Nalandas, the Takshasilas. You will find that how education was imparted at that time in a world class institute like the Nalanda and Takshasila. Means at that time you can get from different documents that the students were coming from different other countries, from overseas countries, for studying in the Nalandas, in the Takshasala. So there you will find that a system was there. Means at that time education was institutionalized. So the concept that has come from the ancient system of education, and further it entered at the medieval time, then at the modern system of education. So before our independence, before the independence of India, you will find that many institutions, many universities that was established by the Britishers in India for the education of the Indian nationals. Okay, maybe schools, maybe college. Presidency College in Kolkata, Ravenshaw University. So now it is university. Earlier it was a college in Katak, Odisha, and Madras University. Other, you can take the example of other universities. So it was established before independence. Then further, after independence, you will find that the education was properly institutionalized. Means here, after independence, you will find that the schools has been established in every village or in every panchayat. When the students are getting opportunity for continuing their study, maybe elementary education, maybe secondary education, maybe senior secondary education, and in every district, every tahsil, you will find that certain colleges are there. And this is not all about the general colleges and universities. So as per the need of the society, you will find that many technical, professional education institutions that has also been opened, that has also been established different places of India, okay, in different states and different districts. So friends, now you can say the elementary education, that is one of the fundamental right of the children of this country. So state is this is compulsory for the part of the state, that they will provide free and compulsory elementary education to all the children, those are in the age group of 6 to 14, and this has been now it is a part of our constitution. So friends, when we talk about the school, when we talk about the colleges, when we talk about the universities, you will find that all these educational institutions that run with a proper system, that run with a proper norm. Okay, so that is called as the institutionalization of education. Means you will find that there is a place, there is an institute has been established. You will find a definite place of instruction, place of teaching learning process. Classrooms are there, teachers rooms are there, head of the institutions rooms are there. You will find there is a library in the school, in the colleges. Okay, so where the students are coming to the library and they are studying, you will find that huge numbers of study material, reference books, okay, resources are available in the library. There is a every day there is a timetable in different courses and different programs. Okay, so teachers are appointed to teach to the students, and you will find that in a particular subject, in a particular year, the curriculum that has been distributed among the teachers, the students are coming and they are a rigorous pedagogical interaction that conducted in the school and in the colleges, in the universities. Then at the same time, the curriculum that has been developed for the students, so that curriculum, the students are completing the curriculum in time. And you will find that the examinations that has been also conducted throughout the years. Means you can say both formative and summative evaluation that also conducted. Means when there is teaching, you will find that the teachers are also doing certain assessment work. Teachers are observing, teachers are assessing the performance of the students, and you will find that the students are also appearing the term and examination. And we have, this is not only the school, colleges or the universities, even if many other institutions. So when we talk about education as an institutional network, so here, apart from the school, apart from the colleges, apart from the universities, you will find that many other institutions or organizations that has been developed for controlling education, you can say. So we can say that we have an education department at the central government level, at the state government level, that's called as the Ministry of Education. Okay, and under the Ministry of Education, you will find that many national institutions, many research organizations or research institute in education that also functioning, many regulatory bodies are functioning. So you can take the example of National Council for Teacher Education, NCTE. You can also take the example of MCI, Medical Council of India. You can take the example of Nursing Council of India. You can take example of NCRT. You can take example of IGNOU. You can take example of NIUS, other national institutions. You can take the example of research institutions just like your ICSSR, CSIR. So friends, when we talk about institutionalizing education, it means with the colleges where teaching learning process is conducted, with the your colleges and universities, you will find many such other institutions have also been developed, have also been established, that developed certain norms for the institutions. Okay, just like what will be the curriculum, what will be the curriculum for the students, for the school students. So what will be the curriculum for the college going students, for the university students. So you will find that for the school education we have NCRT, National Council of Educational Research and Training. So NCRT frames the curriculum for the school students, for the elementary, secondary and senior secondary students. And when we talk about the higher education system, maybe college or the universities, you can say that the curriculum that has been developed by the University Grants Commission. And the universities across the country have also given the autonomy that they can also develop their own curriculum. So from the ministry, then you will find the national institutions, then different regulatory bodies, then the University Grants Commission, then the universities, the colleges and the schools. And here you will also find that at the state level, you will also find that there is a machinery. Okay, in the state level, state universities are there, the schools, state board run schools are there. In every state there is a board, just like the 10th board of different states and 12th board of different states. So friends, when we talk about institutionalizing education, means education as an institutional network, it means the process of education is not happening, it's not going haphazardly. Rather, this is a systemic, it runs by following a systematic process. Okay, so there is a curriculum, there is certain teachers that teach that curriculum, and they appear the examination, they get certification. So for that, a system, a norm, certain principles, certain rules and regulations, certain disciplinary practices that has been practices in the educational institutions. And just like the Gurukul system also, you can also find the concept in today's educational system. You will find that many institutions are residential. You will find that the students are staying in the hostel. Okay, so means throughout their education period, they are staying in the hostel, they are pursuing their study. Okay, so they are coming in contact with the teacher in their classroom. At the same time, they are also engaging themselves for acquiring skills. So friends, when we talk about education as an institutional network, then definitely we can say that we impart education through the institutions. Okay, this is not an informal process, this is just like a formal process. So friends, earlier we have discussed about the informal system of education, the non-formal system of education. And when we talk about education as an institutional network, you see mostly it focuses on the formal system of education, because every institute is a formal institute. Okay, so the rules and regulations, the standards, the norms that has been practiced in the institution. So how to appoint the teacher, what are the qualifications for the teacher, what experience is required to be a teacher, okay, and what the teacher will teach, what is the content for different stages, and whether materials are available for the students. So that is also a part of an institute. So that's why there is a network of institution. Further, we can also discuss about different types of institution. You see, in our country, you will find that we have the conventional system of education, the face-to-face system of education. At the same time, we have also the alternative system of education, that's called as distance education system, or the open and distance learning system, or now also we say it is an online education system. So here, so far as the need, interest and requirement of the learners, we have the conventional system, just like in the schools, the formal schools, colleges and the universities. Students are coming, teaching learning process are going on. Okay, at the same time, you will find that many students, many learners, after entering to a job, they also want to continue their education by using the alternative system of education, distance education system. So in a distance education system, you will find that with doing certain job, they are also pursuing their education. So friends, when we talk about distance education system, or the open and distance learning system, or online education system, that is also you can say that also follow a certain institutional network. A distance education system, just like, let me to give one example, that you all are the students, those have enrolled in this program, in MA education program of IGNOU, you are the students of Indira Gandhi National Open University. So this is an open university, a national level open university. Okay, so here also you will find that there is a system, we follow a certain system, we develop a curriculum, we develop the quality learning material for the learners, and we transact our curriculum. We use different media. Okay, we provide the complete study material to the learners. At the same time, we also provide certain face-to-face interaction, face-to-face you can say counseling facilities to the students. At the study center level, you will find that we discuss about the difficulties, the learning difficulties of the students, and we solve the learning difficulties of the students. At the same time, you will find, as per the requirement of the program, we keep different components, certain face-to-face components, certain just like components of providing the self-learning material. Then for transacting the curriculum, you will find for assessment purpose, assignment has been kept, term and examination has been kept. So here, what I mean to say, for providing support to the students also, you see, the students are getting support from the main campus of the university. They are getting support from the regional centers. We have a network of regional center. We have 67 regional centers across the country, and the learners, they are also getting immediate support from the study centers. In every college, you will find that from at any corner of this country, you will find there is the presence of Indira Gandhi National Open University. There is the presence of a study center, a learning center for the students at their at the nearby area. So friends, what I mean to say, just like a formal school system, in the non-formal school system, means in the open education system, in ODL system, you will find that we also follow certain system. Okay, this is not a haphazard system. Rather, this is a very well-defined system. Means how we reach at the students, how to solve the difficulties, learning difficulties of the students, and how to provide quality education. So when we talk about the institutional network in alternative education system, in the open education system, in the distance education system, you will also find that there is certain system, there is certain principles, there is certain organization. Okay, so systematically learners can get education and get certificate or certify from the university. So friends, when we talk about education as an institutional network, we should understand that how it functions. Further, we can also discuss about the media use. So you can say that different media, an educational institute uses different media. Okay, just like it uses the print media, it uses the electronic media. You will find that in the face-to-face institution, in the conventional institutions, direct face-to-face teaching are there. But in the distance education system, you will find that the print media that has been used means the learners are provided the self-learning material. Okay. At the same time, in an online education system, you will find that the learners are accessing the learning materials that may be in a video, in a form of video, in a form of audio, in a form of text, means it may be a PDF, it may be a PowerPoint, online by using the internet. So here when we talk about education as an institutional network, here also you understand that for imparting education, for transacting education, for implementing education, the educational institute, they use multiple media, not only one media. They use online media, they use offline media, and as per the you can say the need of the students, as per the scope of the programs, you will find that different media that have been used for imparting education. So friends, this unit basically discusses how educational institute work as a network, and so that's why we can say that just like a systemic operation of any institution, any social organization. So here in education institutions, just like the school, colleges, the universities, may be a face-to-face system, maybe a conventional system. They also follow certain certain rules, regulations that has been developed by the state government or the central government or by different board. Okay, so the students, those are pursuing their secondary education, if they have enrolled under the CBSE, so they are following the rules and regulations set by the CBSE. If the students are pursuing their secondary education under any state board, so they follow the rules and regulations of the state board. So that's why you can say that every educational institute is having a network, is a formal institute, and they follow all the rules and regulations, and they always do their effort for providing quality education to the student. So friends, this is just an overview of your Unit 4, that is education as an institutional network. In our next program, we will discuss about the units that has been kept in the second block of this course, MES-011, Understanding Education. Thank you.